The Giants are going to start Jameis Winston against the Packers on Sunday. That's interim head coach Mike Kafka announced today. He'll do a great job. I have a lot of confidence in Jameis. And Kafka said, adding it was his sole decision to turn to Winston as the starter. Now, Kafka, this is his debut as an interim head coach. He is the offensive coordinator. And it tells you a couple of things. One, and I can tell you this from firsthand knowledge, right? When you're coaching a team, you want a guy who, this is like quarterbacks like point guard, right? Who has the pulse of your team, who those guys respect, and is going to run the offense the way you want it run. If you're going to go down as an interim head coach and you don't get that many shots at least you're going to do it your way. So we can sit here and go, hey, maybe Russell Wilson didn't interact with him well enough. Maybe they're not boys. Maybe Jameis and all his personality. I don't know. But to me, what it signifies, and I thought it signified it last year, but now it becomes, I think, undoubtedly the case. We're not going to see Russell Wilson as a starting quarterback anymore. Now, the Giants, I'm sure, had every intention of handing it off to Jackson Dart as soon as possible, but they handed it off quicker than they wanted to because Russell Wilson is so hard to coach, so hard to play with, and his skills have deteriorated to the point where I don't see a place for him. And then there's the additional discussion of, is he a Hall of Famer? Did he play his way out of the Hall of Fame? And I always bring up the Kurt Warner thing, where Kurt Warner had 4 spectacular seasons, 1 good season, and a lot of nothing seasons. Byer, did you know? I don't think I told you. Last time we discussed this, Kurt Warner actually texted me, like kind of a dissertation, because it got back to him that somebody said, told him I said he wasn't a Hall of Famer. It's not what I said. I said he was the hardest Hall of Fame case because he when he started and played, all but 1 year was in any conversation of Hall of Fame worthy. But how could he be a Hall of Famer when there were 5 other seasons that really didn't amount to much? Some due to injury, some due to being a backup. So Kurt reached out to me. He's like, he kind of listed off all the things he did and all the things that went down. I called him. I was like, Kurt, I love you. You're great. I didn't actually say you weren't a Hall of Famer. I said it was a hard case. And the same thing is true with Russell Wilson, but differently, where Russell Wilson, the first 7-8 years of his career, up until he got hurt his thumb with the Seahawks, it'd be hard-pressed to find anybody who covers the NFL who didn't think he was a Hall of Famer. Since then, you'd be hard-pressed to find anybody who thinks he's a Hall of Famer. Here's the other thing with Russell Wilson, and this is not crap on Russell Wilson Day, but I have never, ever, ever seen a quarterback who's won a Super Bowl and not have anybody who played with him come to his defense and be like, no, he's awesome.